So greetings from Pennsylvania once again, and we're going to sneak in another Union Canal video. Today is Friday morning, June 24th, I believe. I'm getting ready to go on another trip out to Western PA, which will be next the following week, but we're going to, like I said, we're going to sneak in another Union Canal video. We just did one the other day, earlier this week, the whole Stoutsburg area of the canal. And now we're moving on. Yes, I'm in a cemetery, actually a really old cemetery. I can tell you about that in a moment here. Yeah, in our last Union Canal video, near the end, I was kind of walking along the road and I pointed out a church steeple above the tree line. And this is that church. This is a Topahakan Trinity, or I think it's also referred to as the Topahakan United Church of Christ. But over there is the newer cemetery, but I'm in what's referred to as the old. This is the older cemetery. I have a number of old family members buried here. In fact, there's a plaque up here dedicated to the Zellers. There's several in here. Good place to start the video. But in a little bit, we're gonna be driving up right to where that truck is. That's the Limestone Springs Fishing Preserve. We're gonna be making our way down there. So the highlight of this video is gonna be Lock 16, which is located down there in the fishing preserve. When we ended the previous video, I think it was Riley Road, there were all those no trespassing signs and everything. That's partially because of the fishing preserve. They don't want people sneaking in the back way to get the fish that are down here at the preserve. It's actually a cool spot. I was down there on Wednesday to see if it was okay. To ask permission to see if it was okay if I could film there, and they were fine with it. So we'll get to see the lock and walk along the towpath trail, but they don't want people sneaking in the back way to get some fish. I think that's what all the signs were there for. But anyway, like I said, yeah, the highlight will be Lock 16. I got to see it on Wednesday. It's our first fully intact lock in quite a while. It has all the nice cut dressed stone to it. I think the last one like that was Lock 26. Yeah, up here is the plaque for the Zeller family. There it says Zeller, in memory of the Zeller family, who were among the founders of Trinity Church and buried in this cemetery. Heinrich Zeller, born in Germany 1679, coming to New York in 1710, and then to Topahakan Township in 1756. Oh no. Then to Topahakan Township, where he died in 1756. His wife, Anna Marie, and their children, a whole bunch of them here. Yes, it's always cool to see tidbits of your family history when you're filming other videos. I know I have a Revolutionary War soldier ancestor buried in here, Franz Paul Zeller. I might look for him in a moment, or I might just get back to filming the Union Canal video like I'm supposed to. But as with all sections, this section does pose some other challenges. There's a quarry over here too. In a little bit I'll throw up a map, but there's a quarry where the canal used to be. So that whole section is gone, and the Topahakan Creek was rerouted around the quarry, and that continues on. You can see where the main quarry is, and then even to the southwest of it, it looks like the area is quarried out or used as a dump for the waste rock from the quarry. So that whole area has been changed. The whole canal through the area has been obliterated, and the Topahakan Creek itself is not following its original course. Yeah, here he is, Franz Paul Zeller. There's his wife, Elizabeth Arendt Zeller, 1762 to 1819, wife of Franz Paul. There's his Revolutionary War marker. Yeah, 1751 to 1821, regular sergeant, PA militia, Berks County. Served from 1776 to 1782. So I've decided not to do like a creek walk in that section that goes through that disturbed area. It'd be kind of pointless, I believe, because like I said, there's nothing left of the canal there, and even the creek itself is not following its original course. You know, the canal always roughly parallels the creek because that's where it gets its water from. So it just would be kind of no point to it because we're not going to see anything canal related anyway, as far as I know. I could be wrong about that as always, but I think I'm just going to let that go. But on the other side of the quarry, there's another park we're going to stop at, Willow Springs Park, which roughly might be where Lock 15 was. There won't be anything there because I think the whole area is gone. And then Lock 14, I couldn't even find it in the old maps, but I think that's going to be in that disturbed area to the southwest. And then later in the video, we're going to stop at one other place and talk about Lock 13. So that's the plan for today. Like I said, each section provides its own challenges, but we just kind of go with it. And I should say we are heading, like in the last county, we entered Lebanon County, and now we're in Lebanon County. We're going to be making our way towards the town of Myerstown. And there's a lot of, on the west side of Myerstown, there's a lot of locks that are in great condition yet. So looking forward to getting to that section. All right, let's quit blabbing, get to the Limestone Springs Fishing Preserve. Of course, just down from that cemetery, here it is. Limestone Springs Fishing Preserve. Let's go fishing. Open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily. So once we get down here, I'm gonna make my way up the towpath trail a bit and then come down, and then we'll check out Lock 16. I always try to make sure I'm going upstream in these videos. Yes, this place is amazing back here. Check out all the ducks out there. Trying to zoom in on Mama and her babies back there. Just trying to get away from me. There they are. Whoops. Yeah, so just up ahead is where Riley Road is, where we kind of ended our last video. Some more ducks. It's kind of confusing because this is not the Tulpehocken Creek right here. The Tulpehocken Creek is just over there. Yeah, so like I said, this right here is not the Tulpehocken Creek. The Tulpehocken Creek is right over up in here, down in there. Right, this right here is the towpath trail going right through here. And just up there I can kind of see Riley Road where we ended our last video. So that's where we are. So this is the canal down here, all filled with water. But you know, this is water. Oh, check out this huge trout down in there. But yeah, this is water that's flowing out of the quarry. It's beautiful back here though. Those are Mama and some teenage ducks, I believe. We'll zoom in on them. Yeah, I think those are teenagers. There's Mama and her younger ones. There they go. They're cute. Tell you what, there are a ton of trout in here. Of course, it's a fishing preserve, so people come here. Kids can fish here for free. You don't even need a fishing license. If you can see them all in there. See all the fish in there. Let me zoom in for you. Check them out. There's one right there. But those are all fish out there. Trout. And I'm just a little bit, at this point I'm a little bit confused. I wonder if that's, because there's a body of water that goes up this way, but then you have water going up this way too. Not sure which one is the canal at this point. Because it looks like the towpath trail is right here. So, anyway. Like I said, there's a quarry up there, so maybe they built this to drain the quarry. I don't know. Or maybe that is the canal. We'll explore around here a little bit more, but this is pretty awesome. Quite a few people here this morning, not quite down this far, but yeah, there's like a raised area here, so I'm going to assume that this is the towpath trail. I could be wrong, but regardless. But once we get to the other side, maybe we'll try to find out where that goes. You know, I'm definitely thinking about coming here and fishing myself. I didn't get a fishing license this summer yet. I always think about going fishing, but I never do. So much other things I want to film and stuff. But yeah, I mean, this is a beautiful place. I think it's $2 for adults, but kids can fish here for free. And there's no catch and release. What you catch, you take home with you. And you do pay for what you catch. I think you pay per pound that you take home. So I mean, it's fresh fish too, and they'll clean it for you here too. So it's kind of a mosquitoes. So it's kind of a cool place. Yeah, our other little body of water goes up that way. So like I said, later we'll see, try to see where that goes. And lock 16 is not too far up ahead. I passed it earlier here this morning too. And speaking of fish, look at all of them out there. That whole dark area is fish, the trout. There's some big fish too. And there's quite a few more people up here then. Lots of kids. Right here there's pools of water, and then right over here is the Tolpahocken Creek itself, flowing on through. And then just up this way is Lock 16 in all its glory. Yeah, up there it is. You can really see all the nice stonework on it. Yeah, wow. Almost all completely intact yet. So just pretty awesome to see another almost fully intact lock here on the Union Canal. Of course, the canal will go on that way, and a little bit out there, so it's going to curve out that way. And to be honest too, I was wrong earlier. The canal is actually right here. That other stream body of water goes all the way up that way. So that was not the canal. Right over there's our towpath trail, what we were walking on. Because there's water right in there too. That's the canal. But I'm going to go ahead and walk up that way anyway, since I'm here, just to check it out. They do have a little bit of a sign here for the canal. Nothing we haven't read about before though. But yeah, all the beautiful cut and dressed stonework is all here. Cool. Yeah, so right up there was Lock 16. So that area right there is the canal. This is just another little body of water they made for the trout. Then up here, this water here then is the canal. So right there is the canal, it kind of joins up right here. So all through here, this is the canal. Alright, so we're back down here again, but last time we were on the other side there. So this is the canal here, what's left of it. And the Tolpahocken Creek is on the other side there, and there's the towpath trail. And this is where the canal flows into this other body of water, which confused me earlier. And they kind of meet up there. Just gonna follow this up. Looks like there's trout in here too, and ducks. It's actually, I guess, I know I said before, this is a really nice place. I always kind of, there's lots of trout jumping. I always kind of knew this place existed, but I never realized it was like this. Hey buddies. Of course there are trout over here as well. A little bit smaller one. Still about a foot long though. Oh, there he goes. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I forgot to put a map up. Let me throw that map up now. I'm going to throw a map up of the whole area where I'm at. I think it should say Limestone Springs. And we're going to head over to Willow Springs in a moment. But, oh, the fish just jumped. But I'm going to point some things out on the map. I'm going to show, by comparing to the old maps, what the original route of the canal was. And try to show you where the locks were, of course, locks 16 to 13. And kind of give you an idea what I was talking about earlier in the video. It's just up that way is that big quarry that you see on the map. Because our canal is running this way and eventually it's going to curve this way and would originally go into where that quarry is now. Oh, fish galore in here. Look at all of them. Man, this place is pretty cool. Tons of fish. Most of these are rainbow trout. Okay, this water just comes out of, they have like a place where they raise the young trout. This water just comes right out of that. I think eventually it comes from the quarry too then. This is all like spring water then. They have one of those golden trout in there. They call it a palomino trout, I think they call it. Looks like a giant goldfish. So yeah, pretty awesome place down there. My first time, well, I was there on Wednesday, but I didn't walk around as much. Kind of a cool spot. You know, if you're looking for a place to catch fish, especially with the kids, it's a great spot. You don't need a fishing license. You do have to take the fish home with you. But you get to eat them, but you do have to pay for them too, though. But it's still a cool spot. All right, so now we're gonna try to head down to what's called Willow Springs Park. Not sure if it's open or not. Saw some conflicting things online, but that's on the other side of the quarry from that map that I showed. So let's get down there. But yeah, if you're local, definitely worth checking out. All right, so here's Willow Springs Park, but it's not open and yeah. But out there is the quarry. And on the other side, that was where we were earlier. So somewhere down through here, the Union Canal came through, and somewhere around here was lock 15. But obviously there's nothing left anymore of it. Up there is an old part of the limestone quarrying process. That's one of the old, I forget what you call it up there. I remember that from my childhood. It used to be much taller. All right, busy road, let's get out of here. Before we get out of here, across the road, I do see what looks like maybe a historical sign over there. I feel like I need to check that out. But yeah, the canal would have run, over there's another little quarry right there. The canal would have run initially through here, out through there, but that's that whole area has been quarried. Like that's, I forget what those things are called, part of the quarrying business. So we're not gonna be able to walk through that way, like it's all been disturbed. I want to see what that sign is over there. So that sign back there was nothing. I just checked it out. It's not a historical sign. But anyway, we're gonna head to what's called Flanagan Road, just a little bit further east, and I'll pick it up there. All right, so this is Flanagan Road. We're west of where we were earlier. And right here's the Topahawken Creek through here. And the canal, I feel like I can see the depression for it right here. Canal would have gone up through that way and then up into those woods is that disturbed area where they did more quarrying and I think some of the waste rock, I guess if the big quarry was dumped up in there. But right around here somewhere is where the Topahawken resumes its normal course, from what I can tell in the maps. So yeah, I feel, kind of wonder if the canal was right here. Actually, it would have been, now that I'm thinking about it. But then it would have crossed the road here and would have continued on. Right down through here would be the canal. Of course, right now it's inside this cow pasture with the electrified fence, so we're not going in there. And also, out that way was Lock 13. The creek takes a bend right here, but the canal kind of went straight that way into the woods. See that woods way up there? That's where the canal, the creek bends around, comes back up to those woods, but the canal kind of went straight towards those woods. But it is all cow pasture now. So somewhere, actually way up there somewhere, are some cows. Let's zoom in on them. Yeah, up there somewhere I think is where Lock 13 was. But from what I can tell, comparing it to the old maps and stuff, but even looking at satellite images, I don't think there's anything left of Lock 13 up there. At least is what I can tell. So we'll just let that go, I guess. Yeah, so right about here would be the canal going up through that way. And then somewhere up in there was lock 14, I guess. I'm not exactly sure about that. And I don't have permission from these property owners either, so that's another reason. At least water's stocked with trout waters. So I guess you can go fishing here. All right, but in the next video in this series, we will be up in those woods. I do have permission from one landowner for up there somewhere. We'll be looking for lock 12. We'll be heading towards Myerstown from this point on. So lock 16 was pretty awesome, almost completely there, a little bit overgrown. And then 15, 14, and 13, of course 15 is probably completely gone, the whole section of the canal. 14 probably too. 13, hard to tell. I can't really tell if anything's out there or not. Even looking at satellite images, it just looks like all cow pasture, kind of flat. But out there somewhere was lock 13. Who knows, maybe in the next video when I'm up there, maybe we'll see something, I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. As always, thanks for coming along, and I'll see you on the next one, hopefully.